Okay, everybody, welcome back. And our next presenter is Jeff Doctor. And Jeff, come on up, Jeff. Jeff Doctor is a Seneca, and he's the executive director of the National Indian Cannabis Coalition, an organization whose mission is to educate and advocate for the rights of Indian country as it relates to cannabis. Jeff brings 2 decades of business and political affairs experience, so it must have started when he was a teenager. Driven to assist tribes throughout the U.S., Jeff works in Washington, D.C., where he developed an interest in the impact of politics and business and the direct relation to Native people. Determined to be a voice for his community, Jeff ran for U.S. Congress in 2010 as the Democratic candidate in North Carolina's 9th District. Born to the Tonawanda Band of Senecas near Buffalo, New York, Jeff attended the State University of New York at Potsdam, where the student-athlete graduated with a BA in sociology in 1995. So without further ado, I'll welcome up Jeff Doctor to the stage. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff Doctor, as he just mentioned. I'm also, besides what I do with the National Indian Cannabis Coalition in Washington, D.C., I'm also the co-founder and CEO of Turtle Island Corporation. Turtle Island Corporation is a wholly owned native company here in Canada, based out of Cornwall Island in Akwesasne, Ontario. We were founded this year, and I've had extensive business in the cannabis industry. I've been working in the industry since 2013 in the States, working on with different state legislations, working on licensing for different companies within the realms of the states in the U.S. And we also do a worldwide basis. I also work in the country of Colombia. We work with Indigenous communities there as well. And now we have Turtle Island Corporation. This is my business partner and co-founder as well, Lance White. He's from Akwesasne, Ontario as well. So just a little bit about Turtle Island Corporation. Turtle Island Corporation has 3 main objectives: cannabis, a First Nations coalition, and creating jobs and opportunity. For our cannabis, we're establishing a network for cultivation retail sales of cannabis, focusing on First Nations. We're a fully vertically integrated cannabis company. We provide seed to sale from beginning to end services. When it comes to the coalition, I'll get to that here just in a couple minutes. And of course, with jobs and opportunities here within First Nations and Indian country. Just some of the cannabis opportunities on native territories. Some of the facilities that we're looking to build is 60,000 square feet, $15 million investment. As we said, we do turnkey solutions. We provide funding for these projects as well on First Nations and Native territories within North America. We have the ability to come in and partner with First Nations, the band, council, the community to do partnerships. We want to make sure that we're keeping the community involved and making sure that we're giving back as well. One of our focuses too with our retail, we want to be able to do our dispensaries as wellness centers. We want to really make it a holistic approach in bringing retail to First Nations and tribal communities. We want to be able to incorporate wellness, kind of get away from the word dispensary, get back to a holistic approach in promoting this medicine within our communities. And I know we've all talked a lot about cannabis here the last day and a half, but we want one of our thoughts here at Turtle Island Corporation is to how can we continue to take our initiatives here within Indian country and First Nations and take it another step. So what we've created and come up with a platform is a First Nations coin. We've come up with a digital platform through cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. We want to be able to offer this in our retail outlets using our First Nations coin as an alternative payment method for First Nations and within Indian country. We want to be able to use it through our POS systems and our retail outlets on First Nations territories. As you can see, with the coin, it allows for convertibility, security. It can be applicable to other retail, gaming, other things within the territory, within your nations. There's other complementary business activities. It can help with payroll. It can help with administration, securitization. It can reduce a lot of your costs down as well, even within your cannabis play. And an international network as well. Part of our vision with Turtle Island Corporation is a global Indigenous initiative, working with Indigenous communities around the world. That's why we've gone to Colombia to work with Indigenous communities there. We work with the government of Colombia to work with folks like there. We're in talks with other countries as well. So that's kind of our vision to continue to grow this initiative. I'm just going to jump ahead this one. Is it going to let me jump? There it is. So when we talk First Nations coin and cannabis, just want to let you know where Bitcoin is legal around the globe. This map kind of points out what other countries are doing, where the technology in this space is going as it's related to cannabis, to the cannabis industry. So this just kind of gives you a quick breakdown of what's happening on a global scale. So I just wanted to show you that first, and then going back to the First Nations coin, with many Indigenous communities around the world, we're hoping to be able to really use this as a true economic driver. It's another way for self-sustainability within your communities, and really truly gives us an opportunity to truly be sovereign by having our own currency within our own First Nations and Indian country communities. What's that? Okay. So the Turtle Island proposition, what can we do for you? We want to be able to create an ecosystem that brings all of our communities together to continue to work together and continue. I hear a lot of this in the last day and a half of how do we continue to push this agenda forward? How do we continue to help each other? How do we continue to grow stronger? And we want to be able to incorporate all those initiatives within what we're trying to do within our corporation. We all kind of know where we come from with, I know it's kind of old technology, old banking, all these different kind of things, but look at all of us here in the room today. Where are we going? The discussions, the dialogue that we're having, where can we continue to push the envelope? Where can we continue to try and move the needle forward with this industry? And to the future. The opportunity to truly be sovereign and to truly take advantage of the technologies that's out there, along with the cannabis industry, and putting those two in play is part of our global vision, and thank you for your time today.